Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, beta. Now what happens? Construction of any kind, be it construction of houses, be it construction of, on any site where the flats are made or where the industries are to be set up, everywhere when the construction takes place, the leftover material is not taken proper care of, and because of that leftover material that is left like that, it degrades the quality of the land over a period of time. Again, to we need to save the land, we need to conserve the land from these kind of wastages, right? Right? See the cement, the
Yes,
cement that is
ma'am.
left over, it makes the land hard, and all the fertile material that we have, the fertility of the soil also goes over a period of time when the cement remains on the land, right? Right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Coming to the extraction of minerals. Do you know how this extraction takes place of the minerals? Anybody in the class?
Ma'am, by digging.
Okay, Aditya. Yes, Aditya.
Ma'am, by digging.
By
mining.
Ma'am, by digging mines.
by digging the land, right? Now what happens, there are several ways of doing mining. Quarrying is also done, mining is also done, there are several types of it. Open pit mining is also done. So these several types that take place for the mining process, what it does, once the extraction process is over, people do not bother to fill those pits that have been created during the extraction of the mineral. Land is left like that only, and it in return, what does it do? It spoils the quality of the land, right? It degrades the land. I hope this is clear.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Then now coming to the grazing on the land. Now
Land.
how does the grazing spoils the quality of the land? Ayush, can you tell
Ma'am, what?
how the grazing spoils the quality of the land?
Ma'am, if a cattle graze over a same land for many times, then the grass will finish over there.
What exactly?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, wait. Aditya, can you switch the camera? Can you keep your camera on? Yes, Aditya. Tell now.
Ma'am, when cattle graze regularly, they sometimes eat plants with their roots, which lead to soil erosion.
Very good. Now, what happens? See, we all know that the grasses that are there on the land, when they are completely eaten up by the kettles or the livestock that is reared on that particular land area, it tends to make the soil particles loose, right? Because of the overgrazing, the roots, they die, and then they are not in the capacity to hold the soil tightly. So what happens because of that, whenever the agents of gradation, say the wind or the air, when these two processes work on that particular piece of land, they tend to remove the topsoil that is there. So when the topsoil gets washed away, see, suppose this is a piece of land, right? So this was the grass that was there on this land. Now because of the continuous grazing, the grass disappears, right? And the particles on the land, they become quite loose. And when the wind blows, they tend to wash away the topsoil of the land along with them, right? So this also degrades the quality of the land. So we need to conserve land from degrading or becoming infertile, right?
Yes,
Right, guys? Okay. Then coming to the transportation. Again, when we are concerned about the transportation, we all know that transportation is land transport also. Like when we are talking of the land transport, when we are talking of the rails, land transport and rails are the two transport on the land. Now when the railway lines are to be made, what is done? large land areas are cleared. If there are trees, they are cut down, right? When the trees are cut down, ultimately again what happens? The soil particles become loose because of lack of vegetation. The land loses its fertility over a period of time, and sometimes it so happens because of the construction of the roads or making the highways and the bypasses that we have. Like if you see over almost 10 to 12 years of time period in Bareilly, several flyovers have come up, several bypasses have come up, right? So these bypasses and flyovers, they have come up by taking away the land, and some of the areas where the bypasses have been made, the agricultural land has been used, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
because of this also, because of this also, the land needs to be conserved. I hope these points are up till here clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Now coming to the transportation part. It's a transportation we have
Ma'am, I
done.
want
Now,
to ask.
yes, beta. Yes, Utkarsh.
Ma'am, when we dig mines, so ma'am, how it affects the soil?
Beta, it affects the land in the sense that the land area is dug up everywhere. You will get holes, and these holes, what will happen over a period of time? These holes will be filled with dirt. The debris that are there,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
remains, the hard particles, stone that gets accumulated over there, and the stones get accumulated over there, and it makes the land rough. It makes the land hard, right? And over a period of time, the upper layer of the land that is considered to be fertile or that is considered to be useful for something or the other, that land area does not remain useful for anything there. Right, where the land has been dug up, after every step, can you go for any construction over there? You have to spend a lot of money for filling the pits that have been created because of the extraction of the minerals, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
We also use land for the recreational purposes. Now see, water parks, amusement parks, these are made on the land only. This Fun City, many of you must have visited Fun City also, right? So when Fun City was made, a good amount of agricultural land was taken away, right? So for the recreational purposes also, when the land is used, sometimes the fertile land is taken away and agriculture is not possible there. So making something for recreational purposes, we need to ensure that the land that we are using is a barren land or a wasteland which has not been utilized for years for any cultivation purposes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So this was all about the uses of land. Now our topic that we are concerned is the conservation of the land, right? How can we conserve land? Aditi Gupta, can you tell? Aditi, are you there, beta? Pranjal? Is Pranjal there? Anushka Sharma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Anushka, बताइए बेटा. How can we conserve land?
Ma'am, by planting more and more trees.
Okay, by planting more and more trees. So we can say
Ma'am,
afforestation.
Afforestation.
exactly afforestation. Afforestation, right? Then what else?
Checking on
Control overgrazing.
Huh?
checking
Control
on
overgrazing.
controlling of fertilizers and pesticides.
Huh. Making less
Man,
use of
instead of using fertilizers and pesticide, we should use natural manure.
exactly.
And proper management of
using
wastelands.
Ma'am, plant agriculture.
using
And
natural
control overgrazing.
manures.
Proper management of wasteland.
Fine. Now, what else? What else?
Ma'am, plant agriculture.
Control overgrazing.
Proper management of
And overgrazing.
Proper management of
Control.
wasteland.
by what is a wasteland? Do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
What is a wasteland? Do you know,
Yes,
beta?
ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
the
What is a
land where
wasteland, beta?
all
बताओ.
the garbage dumped, the barren land.
One by one. Aditya,
Ma'am, your audio is cracked.
my audio is cracking. Now it is okay.
Area
No, ma'am.
can be used.
I am asking you that how the land, what is a wasteland?
Ma'am, the land which is not used a long time, or we can
Yes.
say the bare land.
Ma'am, wasteland.
Barren land.
Ma'am, a land where waste is dumped.
Wasteland.
No. Wasteland is not a land where the waste is dumped. Wasteland is basically a land that has not been cultivated for more than 5 years, right? And when a land is not cultivated for more than 5 years, it is considered as a barren land. Barren land. Banjar bhumi jisko bolte hain hum, right? A
Yes,
barren
ma'am.
land. Now it is clear. So wherever we have wastelands, we can we can go for a management of these waste lands, and we can use these wastelands for productive purposes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay.
Ma'am, can you hear
In
me?
creating parks like
Wasteland. What else?
Ma'am, preventing overgrazing.
Okay, preventing overgrazing. Very good.
Controlling
The management of wastelands
That
and controlling soil erosion.
And control use of fertilizers, pesticides.
very good. Controlling.
proper management
Wait, one by one. One by one, bachas. Somebody said
controlling soil erosion.
controlling soil erosion. Now, what is soil erosion? Can you tell?
Ma'am, the wearing off of the upper layer of the soil, fertile layer.
Yes, the washing away of the top soil of top layer of the soil is called as soil erosion, right? Now, soil erosion takes place because of overgrazing, because of deforestation, right? So when we stop the land for overgrazing, when we don't allow overgrazing on the land, and when we are afforesting, we are actually controlling the erosion of the soil, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. Now, any other point here for the conservation of
Excuse
land?
me, ma'am.
And control
Ma'am,
on
pollution
wasteful
check.
mining.
Controlling wasteful mining. See what happens
Ma'am,
sometimes.
controlling pollution.
Hanji beta, controlling the pollution. Okay, very good. But first, coming to this point of wasteful mining. Now, sometimes it so happens that we are not sure whether the minerals that we are looking for are available in a particular piece of land or not. So what do? Unknowingly, we dig the land unnecessarily, and when we don't get anything from there, we leave the land like that. So when we are extracting the land for the minerals, and when we don't get it, first of all, we need to have, we need to keep a check where the resources are available, where the minerals are available. We need to keep a check on that and extract or dig only those land areas where we are sure of getting minerals. Not every part of the land which is considered to be a mineral based land, we should not keep digging all the surfaces, right? We should, there are experts now who can tell us that yes, whether a particular mineral is available or not in a particular piece of land, right?
Yes,
There are
ma'am.
people,
Yes, ma'am.
so we should always opt for that option. We should always go for first a check whether the land has any mineral or not in it, and if it has, then which particular part has more of it, and then we should go for the mining, right, class?
Ma'am, what are
Yes, ma'am.
shelter belts?
I'm coming to that, bache. You know what is shelter?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Shelter,
ma'am.
something that protects us from rain, water, wind, right? We
Yes,
can,
ma'am.
right. Now, shelter belts are basically, see, when in the coastal regions, because of the excessive wind that we have, the soil tends to move, tends to blow along with the speed of the wind or in the direction of the wind. So these shelter belts are basically a straight line of trees that is made on the opposite side of the wind direction, right? In the opposite side of the wind direction, these these trees are grown so that they can keep a check on the erosion of the top soil, right? Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. Okay.
Ma'am, plant cultivation.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, plant cultivation.
Land cultivation. Planned
Yes, ma'am.
cultivation. Planned. PLANNED.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Planned.
Okay. Planned. Now, when we say planned cultivation, we are basically talking about a planned system where we know how to organize our crops. Like we all know that in a harvesting year, the harvesting year starts from July to next year's June, right? July, say this year, July it will start and it will end in the next year of June, right? So that is one for one agricultural year. Like you have academic sessions, no? Your academic
Yes,
session
ma'am.
lasts from when to when?
Ma'am, April to March.
From April to March, right? From 1st of April to 31st of March, right? This is the duration of the academic year. So when we talk of the duration of the agricultural year, we always say that from July to June, right? Now in this agricultural year, we go for cultivation two times. One is the Rabi crop and the other is the Kharif crop, right? Now, in between these Rabi and Kharif season, we need to ensure that simultaneously we are growing alternate crops also on the land. Now, these alternate crops that we have, they ensure complete utilization of the land. And moreover, the alternate crops that we grow, they help in retaining the fertility of the land. There are certain crops that increases the nitrogen content in the soil, right? The leguminous crops that we grow, they are basically
Yes, ma'am.
helpful in retaining the nitrogen in the soil, right? So
And
when
like
we
rice.
like
Ma'am, pulses.
pulses, exactly.
Ma'am, rice and potato. Ma'am, rice.
Right, very good. Paddy crop, as it is a seasonal crop that we grow, right? It is of a particular season that we grow it, and then simultaneously there are several crops that we grow, so that we are using, every inch of the land, and we are not letting the land go waste, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this was all about the uses of the land and the conservation of the land. Any point that you people are still not able to understand, class?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Shall we proceed on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what do we have next?
Soil
resources.
And soil resources.
Okay, we have the soil, right? Okay, if I tell you, now what is soil, do you know? Who will define soil? What is soil?
Ma'am, uppermost layer of the earth's crust.
What is soil?
Ma'am,
soil
soil
is
is the uppermost layer of the earth crust.
Trust.
Very good, very good. Soil is the uppermost layer of Earth's crust, right? This is what we know about soil. But do you know But do you know from where do we get soil? Anybody in the class?
Ma'am, rock.
Rocks. Very good. Very good. But how can rock give us soil? Tell.
Ma'am, when rock are break up, it forms soil.
Very good.
Gathering of rocks.
Very good.
They
Very
are
good.
broken into particles.
Yes, they are broken into particles over a period of time, and ultimately they turn into fine soil particles, and they allow us to cultivate in that soil. Right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when we say, just a second, huh?
And ma'am, it takes very much years to form.
It takes lots of years to change the solid rocks into fine particles of soil, right? It takes thousands, hundreds of years it takes. Why hundreds of years it takes? Can you tell?
Ma'am,
And because
the
erosion
rock is a
takes
solid
time.
form.
And because of weathering process.
Yes, yes. See, when on rocks, the chemical and the biological processes, the physical processes, when they work all together, they tend to break the soil into small particles. But I must tell you, there are varieties of rocks. We have different types of rocks. So in class 7th, you have learned about that. You have learned that there are 3 types of rocks. There are 3 types of
Ma'am,
rocks.
igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic.
Metamorphic rock.
Okay. See, when we say types of rocks, we are basically talking about the primary rocks, which are the igneous rocks, right? Then we are talking of the secondary, which are the
I'm sedimentary.
sedimentary rocks.
Sedimentary.
Sedimentary.
Very good. Then when we say the third kind of rock,
Metamorphic.
yes, we are talking
A
Tertiary rock.
metamorph.
Tertiary. Tertiary.
no. Primary, secondary, and metamorphic. That's it, right? The rocks are categorized into 3 parts. First is the primary rock. Now, why igneous rocks are considered to be the primary rocks? Do you know? Do you know why they are considered to
Ma'am,
be the
because
primary
it's the first stage of making a rock.
Yes, because it is the first stage of making the rock, or it is the first rock that was made, right?
And
Do
we
you
are
know
made
how?
from lava, ma'am, when lava gets frozen
Yes, very not frozen, but
or
when
magma.
lava cools down, right? When the lava cools down, the solid material that we obtain is the igneous rock, right? Right? Most of the Deccan
Yes,
Plateau
yes.
region that we have, the Deccan Plateau region that we have, it comprises of the igneous rock. That is why the black soil that we have, the igneous rock gives us black soil, and black soil concentration we have in Gujarat and in Maharashtra, parts of Madhya Pradesh as well, some parts of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu as well we have. But then when we talk of the igneous rock, when we talk of the primary rock, we say that these are those rocks which were the first to come into being, right? Right? Now these igneous
Yes,
rocks
ma'am.
we obtained from the cooling down of lava, right? Right? Now when we talk of the secondary rocks, what exactly we are talking about? When we talk
Ma'am, when ma'am igneous rocks ma'am go through some ma'am physical changes in it.
Chemical
it
changes.
physical
No,
chemical
ma'am, physical.
yes, yes,
And then it transforms into ma'am sedimentary rock, and the sedimentary rocks are consist of sediments.
okay. Now when we talk of the sedimentary rock, we are basically talking about the rock that is obtained by the accumulation of layers or sediments or the strata, right? When we say the formation of the rocks that takes place in the form of strata or in the form of layer, one over another. One over another. When in this way, you know, when one layer is covered by the another layer, and then the same procedure is repeated over a period of time, and when the temperature and the pressure work on these, they are compressed to rock. But why they are called as secondary rocks, or why they are called as stratified rocks, or why they are called the rocks which are formed in layers? Because they are made from the accumulation of the dead remains of plants and animals, right? Plus the natural just sediments that are available in a particular area, right? When the wind works, when the wind blows, whatever sediments come in the contact of wind, they tend to accumulate over one place. Then when the water falls, it tend to bring some certain particles and get it accumulated over that particular area, right? So over a period of time, when this kind of accumulation takes place, it tends to form the rock in the forms of layers. And because these are in the forms of layer, so what do they have? They have these spaces in between, right? They have these spaces. So because of these spaces that they tend to be porous in nature. Porous मतलब जिसके अंदर easily पानी seep हो जाता है. हम कहते हैं ना छत पे सीपेज है. सीपेज का मतलब क्या होता है? Where the water can easily move inside, right? Porous, non-porous. Porous मतलब porous, something that has the capacity to let water come inside. तो ये जो sedimentary rocks होते हैं, इनके अंदर कैपेसिटी होती है कि ये पोरस होते हैं and they allow the water to come inside them. तो उसकी वजह से they are not very hard, they are very soft. We can easily break them. You throw them from a particular height and they will break into pieces. But these igneous rocks, because they are made from the cooling down of lava, and the lava has several minerals in it, but when it becomes solid, when it becomes cool, it becomes a solid rock, very hard to break. There are no pores in it because whatever bubbles are there, they tend to cool down, and it is a compact rock which does not allow any kind of water go inside it, and that is why they are considered to be the hardest of the rocks. They are so hard that it is very difficult to break them. But over a period of time, because of the weathering or the agents of gradation, they work on these rocks and they tend to form a new type of rock on which the pressure, the temperature works, and ultimately they are formed, which are called as metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are basically, yes.
I mean, early classes, I remembered, ma'am, we also made a table for this. It's like, ma'am, first, ma'am, lava, ma'am, when when it temperature get decreased, it from igneous
morning,
rocks,
ma'am.
then igneous rocks into the sediments, then sediments into the sedimentary rock.
Yes.
And then sedimentary rock or igneous rock both can change into metamorphic rock. And when metamorphic rocks melt, they again form magma, and then when this magma comes out from the volcano, this again forms igneous rocks.
Igneous rocks, very good. Igneous नहीं बेटा, igneous, okay? Igneous तो वो होता है जिसमें फायर होती है, igneous, ठीक है? Okay.
Okay.
These rocks part is clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
when the agents of gradation, they work on these three rocks over a period of time, we get fine soil particles, very fine soil particles, and ultimately the parent rock, the rock that we have, which forms the soil, it is called the parent material of a soil is a rock, right? Right. In the next class, I think the class is about to get over any minute. So whenever we have the next class, we'll be reading about the soil profile. But there is a table. I'll be drawing that table for you people. And then it will be quite clear that how exactly we get the soil. Right? Right, class?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Angel, thanks a ton, bacha, for telling it that the recording is not going on.
Most welcome, ma'am. Most welcome.
Okay.